All right. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Hyperspace Holiday Party with Katee Sackhoff. We're gonna have some fun today. I'm eating my feel. I'm Charlie Capen. I'm the fearless leader here at Momentus. And just a few quick points of order before we begin and punch bowl it, Chewy, on this fun festive event. Chat is now on. Let's just make sure chat is on. Everybody can chat with everyone. Would love to hear where you're from and say hi. So if you want to say hi, just use that chat right there. And then also, our Q&A box is live. So if you have questions, if you want to ask any questions, jump in there in the Q&A, and we can grab those there. Sometimes everything gets lost. So we want to make sure that we get to your questions, and we don't want to lose them in chat. Hello. Yay, everybody's chiming in. Maryland, Flagstaff, Granite Falls, Madison, Wisconsin, Germany. If you have a meet and greet also, just know that we're just going to remain here in the Starship. So stay right here. As soon as our event and experience is over, we'll get into meet and greets if you haven't done this before. So yeah, so we're gonna have a good time. It's the holidays, man. It's the holidays. So we got to take it easy. We got to take it easy and we got to have some fun. So what better way to do that, I think, than with, I would say, the princess of all holiday fun. I'm going to bring in Katee Sackhoff now. Let's go. Um, so excited. Yay. There she is.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Excuse
I'm
me. There
I'm
you
well. Oh, there I am. Now you can see me. Great. Great.
are. I
Uh,
can now. I can see you.
very festive looking over there. How are you doing?
I'm good. Oh, wait, I forgot to change something now. Excuse me one
Oh, you're
second.
right. Okay. Hold
Move
on. I
this.
also forgot something as well, real
And I
quickly.
was gonna put this here because this was Ginny's. My mother-in-law found a bunch of Winnie the Pooh and Disney ornaments at the thrift, and my daughter
Yeah,
decorated
yeah.
the tree for the occasion. So
Uh,
there
that's
it is.
great. Very good. You're a great set dresser as well. Uh,
I do my best. I do my best.
yeah, very, very, very decorative, very festive.
Let me put it this way. I'm a better set decorator than I am baker.
Okay.
Um, and the drinks I usually concoct come out of a bottle and are one step twist pour. So, this is like this is not, this is, it is what it is.
So we're gonna wing it here, is what I hear you saying.
We're going to wing it. I also woke
Okay.
up sick.
Oh,
Um, So that's good. I've taken some cold medication, so I don't know if I'm supposed to drink on that, but I may decide to just go for it. We'll
you're just gonna
see.
take your life into your hands and just see what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. My husband's leaving
Okay.
town tomorrow for 4 days with leaving me with the kids. I figure it's my last opportunity to get drunk. So
I appreciate your both your candor and your adventurousness. That's very exciting. It's very holiday of you.
it is
Do
very
you
holiday of me.
are you Let me ask you this. I don't think I've ever asked you this. Are you a fan of the holidays? Do you enjoy Christmas and the holiday season?
I feel like we don't know each other well enough
Hmm.
yet because you would know this if we did.
Okay.
Christmas is my favorite holiday ever. Um, I'm so excited I married a Canadian because their Thanksgiving is right before Halloween. It's in
Right.
October. So
Yeah.
as soon as Halloween is over in this house, our Christmas lights go up. Like we don't even
Nice.
we go straight past Turkey Day. Like it's like
Yeah.
Thanksgiving be damned. We're right into Christmas and I love it. I'm obsessed. This year's a little different. Our house is bare this year because we went to Europe for 2 weeks to go to the Christmas markets.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to get Glühwein and Christmas markets. That's fine.
We did, which is why I'm not feeling well. Everyone sort of came back with a tiny bit of a cold, which we expected. But yesterday,
Yeah.
I forced my family to get dressed up in Christmas gear and go to J.C. Penney and take Christmas photos.
Oh my God.
I did. We did. And they're amazing. And it's hysterical. My husband was in a Christmas tie with a white pullover sweater. And I mean, he literally looked straight out of like Step Brothers. Like he looked like Will
What?
Ferrell.
What? So are you punishing him for something that he did, or like what was the impetus behind this? I
No,
don't.
Charlie, adding joy to his life.
Oh, got it. Okay, that sounds like joy. That's fine.
Yeah. My kids were both on their best behavior. My son had a blowout right before in his dress pants, and I just changed him and put the shitty dress pants back on him because, like, whatever. My daughter had a fit on the way there and
Yeah,
didn't put her dress on until right before the photos. But we were there and we got like 3 good photos out of it. That's all that matters.
that's all that matters. If you get one good photo, you're set, right? Like,
It matters.
I mean, literally, like Santa photos for the first however many years, maybe now for some people, are terrible because they're like literally kids just crying in the lap of a stranger, going like, "Who the f is this guy?"
I sort of had like the sliding scale of I was expecting from the pictures. I was
Yeah,
expecting complete blow up, funniest thing you've ever seen, like kids screaming, us
yeah,
pulling them back. Like I was expecting either that or the um the happiest 80s JCPenney photo you've ever seen in your life, which is
yep.
what we kind of got. And I'm just like blissfully excited by it.
I
And
like that
I
we're going
can't
like awkwardfamilyphoto.com level. Like, here we go. We're gonna get
like,
in. I mean, yep, that's right. Yeah, Vaseline on the lens. We're gonna, yeah, for sure.
yeah, the whole deal. So I'm super excited about that. So yes, I'm a huge Christmas fan. Giving gifts is my love language. And so I start very, very, very early trying to find like the perfect gift. Yeah. And sometimes I don't get it right, but I always try.
Well, okay, so for orders of the day here, we got lots to do, lots to talk about. A couple of things. I know you have a couple of gifts that you want to share, like things that you like as well, because I feel like I need
Yeah.
more ideas. So if you can give those to me, that would be great.
Amazing.
But also, so we're gonna start with maybe the sugar cookie. There's a step in there where we have to wait a little bit, and maybe we'll do the cocktail then, and then we can go back to the cookies. And if we get to all of it, we get to all of it. But if we don't,
Yeah.
we'll have all the steps there, and we've got the recipe in
Yeah.
the chat here as well.
Yeah.
That's not.
And I just want to let everyone know if you didn't get your cookie cutter or if you signed up late, don't worry about it. I don't have one either. I'm just using a Mama Gingerbread. And oddly enough, she looks so much like Grogu.
It's very true.
So
Very
I'm
true.
just going to add ears to this thing. I don't know
Yeah.
how I can add ears because I'll have pushed down on it,
You
but
could
I'll
you
figure
could
it out.
also just cut off if you take off the head of the Mama Gingerbread a little bit. You could probably
Oh.
just do like the little outfit and like the ears become the ears of the arms, right?
Oh. Or I could just do Grogu without a freaking head,
That sounds really morose and very festive.
but easier.
But
Easier just
easier, sure. That's what's important.
as a decorating step. It's easier.
Are you legally allowed to call him Baby Yoda at all? Or can I say Baby Yoda in your presence, or do we have to stick with Grogu?
I call him Baby Yoda or Baby
Okay.
Grogu.
With sugar cookies, I mean
Let's
I've
do this.
let's talk about sugar cookies.
Let's talk about sugar cookies. Are you eating cookies now?
No?
I feel like, does everyone have a mixer at home? Are people gonna go for it? I
Yeah,
don't know.
who if you're going for it, do you want to raise your hand or you want to say in chat? Like you want to get a sense for how many people are actually going to go for it right now.
How many people are actually gonna cook with me?
Hmm. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. 5, 10, 20. Oh yeah. People are
Okay.
going for it.
You guys, I've got my Grogu towel because I'm a messy baker.
Yes.
I just had this. I didn't even need to buy
You
it.
you did not. You did not.
I have this around my house. It is what it is. So we're gonna need, if you guys are following along with me, we're just gonna start. So my oven's preheating. If your oven's not at 375, you should do that right now. In a large bowl, we're gonna mix our flour, our cornstarch, and our salt. So let's just do that as we're talking. That's not gonna work. Excuse me.
We're off to such a good start. I'm so proud of us. So proud of us.
Aren't you? And I
I'm so
also have the ability to cheat, you guys. If you don't want to make frosting, I also bought frosting. So
Agreed.
do the best you can. I've also been known to just eat sugar cookies without frosting on them
What?
before. Just put a little butter and some sugar on top of them. They taste really good.
I,
You know.
like raw dog and a
Well,
sugar cookie?
yeah.
Okay, great.
I
All
love
right.
that you said raw dogging when we're
No,
celebrating
stop it. You stop
Jesus.
it. You stop.
We
That's
are
it's a different
celebrating sweet baby Jesus,
sweet pastry Jesus. Okay.
sugar cookies, and you're talking
Yes,
about raw
copy that.
dogging.
Right? That's it's oh God.
It,
Okay.
it is a perfect start to
Holiday.
baking thing. All right. All right. So we've got
Keeping
our
track of this.
flour. Where's my cornstarch is going to be 2.5 tablespoons. I'm going to use my daughter's Disney measuring spoons. So if you're looking for a cute little gift for a little girl, you guys,
Yeah. Those are
I
cute.
promise this isn't all Disney stuff. There's a cute little Disney princess
Oh,
baking book. It's got like all things like jasmine cookies. I mean, this is super cute if you're looking for
that's
something
cute.
for a little girl, and it comes with measuring spoons that I'm going to use. That's super cute. Um, Cornstarch, 2.5 tablespoons. Where the fuck is my cornstarch? Oh, that's
Hey,
this.
hey, hey, where the fudge? Where the
Oh,
fudge is that, right? Right? If I can't say stuff, you can't say stuff.
so I have a question for our lovely Tanisa interpreter. Does fuck and frack look the same in sign language?
Great question. Great.
I really feel like you have to go with the full like auditory experience there and spell them out. So you would have fuck,
Okay.
F-U-C-K, and frack. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do.
Okay. All
And
right.
I'm gonna think on it.
Inquiring minds.
Just
Inquiring minds wanted to know. Inquiring minds. All
Um,
right. I'm just going to use my finger for the cornstarch, you guys. 2.5. That is tablespoons, not teaspoons. Yes, Charlie, you had a question?
I just had a question. Do we have any children in the audience before we move any
Oh,
farther forward? Just, I have a question. It's just an open question. Uh, say, if you want to just DM me directly to let me know,
if there's
yes,
children around, there are
yeah,
children.
well, yep, 7-year-old. There's a 7-year-old. That does the 7-year-old already know that word, or I don't know. Let's
All
say,
right.
yeah,
Okay.
we can use frack. Let's use frack.
A half teaspoon. I'm just going to use frack. We're going
That's
to
great.
use, um,
Yeah, earmuffs.
okay, earmuffs, exactly. And then for salt, just half a teaspoon. The one downside of these is that if you wash the washer, the measurements come off. So you kind of have to know what your measurements are. You got to eyeball it. Okay. Salt. Was that supposed to be in here? I don't know, you guys. In a large bowl. No, it wasn't. So, okay. So what we're going to do is if you followed along with me, stop, number one. Um, but we're going to just transfer that to a big bowl. Charlie, I
This is
love
going great, everybody. It's going great. This
this
is
is
called training. This is
this is
Mandalorian training.
exactly how I thought it was going to go.
Yes.
We're just going to transfer that to a big bowl, like it says.
Yeah. Martha Stewart, who? I don't even know her,
She's hot as crap lately, isn't she?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, who's her doctor? All right. Using a stand mixer, that's this. This is stand mixer, or a hand mixer. Beat the butter and the sugar together. Okay, so now we're gonna need butter. We're gonna need a half cup of room temp butter and a half a cup of sugar. So I'm just gonna put my sugar in there first because I like to live on the edge. My sugar's right here. It's going in. All right. I'm gonna get this out of the way. Oh wait, no, we need that for our drinks, don't we? I think.
We do. Yeah, maybe. Yep.
Butter. Did I just break it in half? I'm kidding. I'm not that bad. But I will
have
use
you
a knife right on my kitchen counter. I'm a
have you
table.
ever I feel like you should have a cooking show. Like I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I feel like have you ever considered this?
I feel like my cooking would be funsies
Mhm.
and pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Okay, so we're just gonna. I mean, it's my family eating it, right? So who cares? My kid's
Yeah.
just gonna. She gets sugar. Okay, so in a hand mixer, do this together. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this attachment because it's here.
Do you know what it does, or are you just using it?
Well, one's for beating, and I'm not beating right now. So I'm just going to assume that this puppy right here can also tell people if you're looking for a gift for somebody, get a KitchenAid. I've had this
Yeah.
since I was 19 years old.
They're amazing.
Excuse me. And that was 5 years ago. Oh, FYI. Check it in. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're going. Add the egg, vanilla, and continue to beat until it's combined. Wait, did it say to beat this in? Yeah, I did. I should have used my beating tool, but that's okay, guys. Don't worry about it. It's all funsies. And you know what I like to do sometimes if my butter is not at room temperature? I actually will just like heat up a wet rag in the sink with hot water so it's a little damp. And I'll actually just hold it on the outside of the bowl because it actually heats up the metal bowl and it can actually get your butter to room temp if it's not quite there. I actually do bake it.
Good tip.
All right, so we're gonna do the egg. All right. If you don't trust yourself, don't crack this over this. I trust myself because, you know, I eat a lot of eggs. So we're going to put that in. Chuck that in the sink. FYI, also, don't grind eggshells in your garburator because it's not good for it. FYI. Okay. Then we're going to put in the vanilla and continue beating. Sort of feel weird saying beat. Just for a lot of different reasons. There's a 7-year-old kid, so I'm not going to talk about that. Vanilla extract. We're going to put in half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Where's my teaspoon? That's 1 teaspoon. There she blows. She right there. Okay. You know, you could actually, if you wanted to mix this up, you could add any extract you wanted to your sugar cookies, and it could be really yumsies. You could do like, if you're a big fan of like almond or something. Okay. We are going to beat this until it's combined, and we're going to scrape our sides down.
Scrape those sides down. Don't forget that, guys. Don't forget. Or to plug in the mixer. Either of those are good tips, honestly.
It's okay.
Balin says they did vanilla and almond extract once, and it was very yum. So they're good looking out.
Look at this cute little mixer that comes with the little girls cooking thing. It's got your princesses on it. That's super cute. If you've got a little girl or a little boy who loves Disney princesses, like just get after it. That's fun.
Well, here's a question. This is controversial.
Yeah.
Would Bo-Katan be a
Oh,
Disney
no,
princess?
she's not. That's not controversial. That's just
Okay.
common fact there, Charlie.
Okay.
I mean,
So you would say yes, as you, Katie, would say yes.
That she could exist on this spoon. Yeah.
Okay.
Right between Belle and Jasmine. Just
you have
both.
a placement. Okay. On the spoon.
Yeah. Okay. They probably make this Star Wars as well. I should probably take this off just in case it's rubbing my microphone. And I should probably have my glasses on while I'm reading directions.
You don't need to really, yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do at this point, y'all, is we're just going to pour those dry ingredients right into here. Remember how we had them in there to begin with? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's just put them in there. We should probably turn this on just like at a tiny speed.
Yeah. Okay. How's everybody doing, by the way? Are we following along? Does anybody need some moral support? A cookie?
Anybody need liquor? Because we're almost there.
Great.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Right. Don't turn this on too high. I do this sometimes, and it just like the powder comes in my face.
Yeah, then it looks like Coke Bear or whatever, and that's not good.
I just said the powder comes in my face. I'm sorry, you guys.
We were talking about Disney princesses not 10 seconds ago, and now, oh man.
I like to keep it real. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't talk about what I meant. Okay. So we're going to, after this is mixed, we're going to combine everything real good. And then we're going to flatten the dough and then wrap it in some plastic wrap. So make sure your mixer is locked so it doesn't fly everywhere. Keep going, and then let's go get some plastic wrap.
Let's segue. Also, don't forget the Q&A box is open if you want to send in some questions. We're just collecting those now. Star Wars Disney princesses. Heather says Star Wars Disney princesses are built different.
They are. They are.
Yeah.
We have a waist and hips.
Weapons. Kicking everyone's ass. It's great. It's really good.
We have guns, you know. Every
all the
princess
fun
needs a
things.
firearm.
Depends on the environment, you know, like I wouldn't say some of these princesses live in a dangerous environment, but you clearly have been through
Let's
some stuff.
keep our workspace clean, guys. Okay. All right. I'm going to use this opportunity to actually scrape my bowl down. Because I feel like my dough is not getting mixed as well as I want it to.
Yeah. Hey,
So
while
we're
you're
just,
scraping that down, can I
yeah,
ask you a quick question from the audience?
please do.
Okay, all right. Liz asks, Katie, which is your favorite ride at Disneyland?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well, are we talking, if we're talking old school rides,
yeah.
my daughter loves Dumbo. And so Dumbo is like, I mean, the fact that FYI, I got a bone to pick with Universal Studios, okay? So
Wow.
you go to Universal Studios and there's no rides for children under 35 inches. The Secret Life of Pets ride is the only, and it doesn't do anything. It like sits on the ground and like spins and you sort of go through a dog wash. It's super fun. But it doesn't do anything. There's no other ride at Universal we can take our daughter on, who's like 40 inches now. She still can't go on anything.
Yeah.
At Disney, you can take them on Dumbo when they're a baby, and there's no side to Dumbo. You can just drop your kid.
You're just full Michael Jacksoning if you want to.
You could. And so
Wow.
I love the fact that if you're going to go to California on a family vacation, I just want to let you know if you got little kids, don't go to Universal Studios. It's stupid. You're going to waste your money. Go to Disney where you can go on pretty much everything for the most part. And actually, have a good time. So
Agreed.
there you go. We're
Amazing.
going to now take our dough and we're going to put it in our saran wrap, y'all, because this is the point where we're going to put it in the fridge. We're going to let it chill for a little while, 30 minutes. It says 30 to 60 minutes. I feel like if we get 15, I feel like we could also put it in the freezer and we could just like super get this thing going. Whoa. If it ends up on the floor, don't worry about it. Just get a dog for Christmas. Seriously. Okay. Here we go. We're just gonna slam. Does everyone else's look like mine? Because I would have thought that it would have looked more shape-like. You know what I mean?
I hope you're all listening to the life lessons. If it gets messy on the floor, go get a dog. Yep.
Do you realize how many animals need homes? Seriously though,
True.
like go get a dog.
Adopt a dog.
But don't get a dog for someone that doesn't understand responsibility and think you're going to change them. Like get an animal for someone that like freaking wants a dog.
That feels like it's personal, like you said that from experience.
No, I just know how many dogs ended up back in shelter after COVID because a lot of people went and got animals because they were home so much, which I completely understand. Like that's a motivating factor. But then they all went back to work and then the dogs were like, hey, what about me? And they were like, oh yeah, what about you? I'll just take you back.
It's really unfortunate, and people need to understand that they're taking care of a living thing, and that thing needs help and support.
Was
I agree.
Milk or anything to this, Charlie? Because I feel like this needed more liquid.
More liquid?
I see.
You don't want it to get too spready, thinny, right?
Okay. Well, I don't flipping know. All right. So we've got this. We're going to put it in the fridge. I think my daughter's going to come in here in a second.
Copy that.
So again, I just want to say, if people are in this, don't screenshot pictures of my daughter, please.
Yeah, we will find you. I will find you personally. 100%.
One of the really cute Christmas things you can get for little kids, you guys.
Yeah.
They make these little sandwich. Of course, it's Disney. Welcome to my house.
Disney.
You can make Crustables for your kids. This is the best thing ever. And flatten your bread though with a rolling pin first, because then it has a real crustable experience and the peanut butter and jelly or the filling doesn't spooge out. All right, you guys, let's make your drink. I have a perfect cup for myself. I figure what better way to drink in the morning than a Top Gun Stein. I think it's actually cleaned out too because I've used it before. Okay, so for this one, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and I think we need a blender, right?
We do. Yeah. Oh, so by the way, we're going to put that recipe back in the chat here just in case you missed it. But it's from this amazing book that a friend of mine, Jen Fujikawa, co-wrote. And she's amazing, by the way, if you ever see her. Have you ever met her, Katie? Jin
I don't
Fujikawa?
think so. I
She
don't
makes
think
the most incredible, she works for Disney and works for Lucasfilm and makes like the coolest foods and stuff. But it's on page 123 if you have the book. This guy right here.
I have to say that so many of the people that I've met that work for Disney or Lucasfilm are fans of what they're doing. And that's one of the
100%.
things that I love. Like one of my favorite people in the world is Ashley Eckstein.
Yes.
And she is like legitimately this massive fan of the entire culture of Disney. You guys, this wasn't supposed to be like a Disney event.
It feels like we're in a, everybody's,
It feels like they should just give me money.
they should give you money. Yes, I agree with you.
I need to move my mixer. It's super heavy. I'm going to move it over here.
That is
right.
one of the drawbacks of that mixer is that the KitchenAid is 700 pounds.
They make
So-
these new ones that are super pretty with like a wooden, like a wooden bowl. Super
Yeah.
funsies. All right, you guys, in a small bowl, we're going to toss those jalapeno slices with sugar and set them aside. If you don't like jalapenos, just like side note that one and don't do it. Right, buddy?
Yeah, you could do citrus. You could do lots of little things that spice
You
it up,
could.
obviously.
I'm going to get a cutting board so I don't continue to cut on my counter.
No, it's good. I think you should just keep cutting your counter open. That's
I don't know what the Sackhoff show is. It's my podcast. And
good.
Ashley was on the podcast. She's one of my favorite people, literally. She is such an advocate for mental health and just like she's like the kindest person in the world. So I absolutely love her. All right. So 3 slices of jalapeno. Yes, Charlie?
No, you're doing we're into it. Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna grab a knife. Excuse me, babe. All right. You should probably wash your jalapeno. I didn't, but you probably should. So, and also FYI, if you don't want a lot of spice, but you want some spice, just make sure you're not eating any seeds. Just take those seeds right out of the center because the cedar is actually like the hottest part. And also, let's also make sure you don't touch your face after you've cut this. So maybe wash your hands and put it to the side because we don't want to touch our face. Well, I guess I'm not done touching them. Well, that was a waste of time. It's okay. All right, so we're going to put our sugar in a little bowl. We're going to toss the sugar and we're going to set those aside. I don't want to dirty a bowl, so I'm just going to use my measuring cup like this, and I'm going to toss my jalapenos right into it, and I'm just going to give it a little shaky shake because why not? And they're working. They're covered with sugar, and then I'm going to set this aside. There we go. All right. Next, what we're going to do for this one is we are going to, in a base of a blender, add half a cup of frozen strawberries, frozen watermelon, coconut water, and lime juice. So I couldn't find watermelon, nor did I want to look for it. And I have a strawberry mango blend in the freezer. I'm just going to make mine mango.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you couldn't find it either, just use whatever you have around the house.
So Zachary called it perfectly. He says Mandalorian efficiency, which this is what that sounds like to me, honestly. It's canon. So
I missed that. What'd you say, Charlie?
Zachary in the chat here said Mandalorian efficiency. So I think that we're just going to adopt that as the new.
Okay, 1 cup of frozen stuff. So I've just got this stuff right here. I'm going to just chuck it in. I'm not going to eyeball it because that would be crazy.
You could try.
Okay. There we go. That looks good. 1 for good measure.
We don't judge.
Tuck that in. Okay, good.
Done.
Then,
Great.
oh, wait. So it was 1 cup of frozen strawberries, half reserved for the topping.
Correct. Yeah.
And then 1.5.
Oh, look at that thing.
Frozen. That's a crustable, you guys.
That's a crustable, guys. Legit.
You want to
Robin,
know?
can you make me one though? Do you have an extra?
They're so good. Do you want to know a funny trivia, Charlie?
Yeah. Yes.
How many crustables does the NFL go through in a year?
17,000 or 70,000. It's a. They eat them between quarters.
They eat them on the sidelines because they're
serious?
perfect little pieces of energy.
You get fat. You get some
Fat, protein, oil.
Yeah. The bread that we use, because Wonder Bread would work the best. So bad for you. Don't use Wonder
So,
Bread.
yeah, no.
We found a really good organic one that was super soft. Just microwave it for like 10 seconds to soften the bread a little bit before
Yeah.
you pull it out, and then it's fine. So back to this, you guys. It's 1 cup of frozen strawberries and 1.5 cups of frozen watermelon. Half of the cups, a half cup of strawberries is reserved for later. So basically, we need 2 cups of fruit in here right now. So I'm going to add 1 more. Good enough.
Nailed it.
Right. And reserve some frozen strawberries for later. And then we need half a cup of coconut water. Excuse me.
Mhm.
If you don't have coconut water, just use water.
Great.
Right.
Done.
What did she say?
This is classic cooking with Katee. Don't have water or coconut water? Use something that's not the ingredient.
It'll be
Yeah.
great.
If you have tequila, it's the same thing as water. Go for it.
Same thing. Half cup of tequila. Go for it.
Got it. Great.
It's just
That doesn't-
asking. It's just asking for liquid, Charlie.
It's just a party. It's like water, but it's more of a party. Got it.
Okay. So add that coconut water and add some lime juice. It's asking for 2 tablespoons of lime juice. It's a lot of lime juice, y'all.
That's a lot. You like 3,000. I've felt the voices of 3,000 limes cry out.
That's a lot of lime juice. How much lime juice? 2 tablespoons. Right there. Okay. Again, cutting right on the counter because I decided to put my blender on top of my cutting board.
That's a solid use of your cutting board, though.
I think so.
What's it for, really, other than that?
What's it for? Throwing at things?
Yes.
You know.
True.
So your lime peels, though, put those down the carburetor because that's actually good for the stink in your garbage disposal. I call it a carburetor because I'm married to a Canadian.
Do you got? Yeah, I guess.
Garburator?
Yeah, is that a key or an Australian thing?
No, you say that. I don't think they say garbage disposal.
Do you? All right, there's 2 tablespoons of lime juice. We put that in there. I'm turning into one of those crazy women on Instagram. We
Love
put
that.
our
Can you
lime
do it?
juice in.
But like really close to the mic. I'm like,
So we're gonna put this in. I might put this in here, and then we're gonna go and put it over here.
Great.
I will never be that person. Okay.
I would love to see you try. To be honest.
Oh, now we just blend. You guys,
Great.
that's
Done.
super easy. So this would be the point where if you're gonna add alcohol, you should do that, right?
Yeah, you definitely should because you don't want it to not be mixed. Also, if there are any experts in the room, confirm that. But yes,
Honey, you were an awesome bartender. If you're gonna add liquor to a drink that's blended, would I do it now?
I worked at a bar that doesn't blend drinks because
Blending drinks is not classy.
it's
You
not.
guys.
He's not. No, it's not a mixologist thing. How dare you? First of all,
you would mix it right now.
first
So,
of all,
FYI, I also told Robin I was making a drink, and he told me I needed to pre-practice it because when you're blending a drink or when you're making a drink like a cocktail, it takes precision when you're going to do it by hand. And I went, no. It's a blended drink. He went, oh, you're fine then.
he's like, oh, that's not science. I don't need to pay attention to that.
You're fine.
No.
You're fine. So we're going to turn our power on. And I'm not doing single serve. I'm crushing. So this is going to get super loud. Here we go.
Great. The noise
Ready?
may be buffered, by the way. Go for it. Let's see if it even
Okay,
picks it
good.
up.
Let's do this. I'm going to do what my daughter does when the blender turns on. What do we do, bub? When the blender turns on?
Ready? Set.
We
Yeah.
yell.
Yes, yeah, we can't even hear it, which is perfect. Julia says, pitch Bo-Katan ASMR would be her setting up a sniper shot. There's
I feel like something got lost in this. It's the condensed milk. When does that go in?
that goes in
After.
after, because what you do is you don't want to mix those. It's kind of like layers.
Okay, well, a bartender, sir, what do I do if it's just a fruit smoothie and
Are
there's
you
not
hitting
enough
on the
liquid?
bartender again? Jeez.
That's more liquid.
So I need to add liquid. That looks good. We'll see what happens now.
Is he
Okay.
cringing? What were you just
He's
saying?
not, he's laughing, which is
Okay. Even better.
normal for this family.
Great.
What do I do now, bartender?
Try and get some of the fruit down into the blades.
How do I do that?
It's a spatula.
Oh. A spatula, wouldn't it get like stuck on the blades?
Try and get something down there.
It spilled on your pants?
Okay.
That's okay.
And when you're not eating.
So if you need to do what I'm doing, because I basically just made sorbet, we're going to go and we're going to open up the dishwasher, find the single serving. You guys, I don't like the Ninja. If you're looking for something to actually buy for people for Christmas, don't get a Ninja. We had a Vitamix and we didn't want to spend the money to buy a new Vitamix because they're so expensive. So we got this Ninja and it's a pile of garbage.
I got a tiny one for like protein shakes that I love.
Really?
You haven't seen these? Yeah, like
Robin just said the protein shake one is good.
yes. Yeah, that one works pretty well. And okay, great. Also, if anyone wants to know, this is exactly how it's going to look when Katie's done, obviously, because she's a pro. But it will look something like along these lines.
I mean, this is good. This is just blended fruit and coconut water.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's really good. And lime juice. All right, let's see what happens with this now. Okay.
Okay. Oh, yep. I think that could do it.
Anyone else in the comments want to tell me if yours worked?
Yeah, we'd love to know. It's anyone else's, or who else is making this cocktail, first of all. Let's see. Yep, you're doing that thing. And then we've got questions that we'll take too while after we finish this cocktail, have a little cocktail and take a couple of questions too.
You're also using watermelon, right?
No, I'm not using. Oh, there's the mixologist there. Watermelon has more water in it.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to say ah. Let's do it again. Are we ready?
My favorite part of that is because the sound is so loud, you're completely muted and you're just making a pantomime of like pure terror, which is great.
I love that. I don't like this cup for this because I want it to be see-through because I want to see what it looks like. I don't need a fancy cup. I can just use one of our water glasses. Yeah.
Yeah, it all works. It all works.
I'm kind of making a smoothie. Do you want some of it from this? There's nothing bad in it. There's no liquor in it. Oh, wait. Okay. So then. I don't think a smoothie will come out of that cup, but we can use your big girl cup. Yeah. And put some smoothie in it.
Good idea.
Oh, yeah. That one would work.
I love using my big girl cup as well.
Say again, Bug.
Yeah, once you're done.
Yeah, once you're done with that. Once you're done with that. Whoa. Well, that looks funsies. Should I make a little one for you, Bubby? Yeah? Okay. Mommy's not going to drink all this. Excuse me. All right. What, baby?
Small.
I'll put this in a small glass, Robin. Saying, does not look classy enough?
No, it'll look better if the glasses are full.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now what we do, you guys, does anybody have any more questions? Because I feel like I'm just talking to myself.
They do. There's actually many. So would you like to take some of those rapid fire?
Yeah, okay. Let's take some.
Great. Kathleen asks, thank you for doing the Zoom. What is your favorite Christmas tradition that you and your family do every year?
Oh my gosh. My favorite family tradition. So I like opening presents on Christmas Day, and we have Christmas Day dinner. We don't do Christmas Eve dinner. We do Christmas Day dinner. So that's really big.
Heather Betts asks, is it more fun to do the animated Bo-Katan or live action for you? Do you have a preference?
Oh gosh, it's completely different. So
Yeah.
Live action Bo-Katan takes more of like my actual faculties and more of like who I am as a person, whereas the voice is, you know, I've said this before. My job when I'm doing the voice of Bo-Katan is purely just to do what Dave wants me to do. I don't impart a ton of input of my own. And it's mostly just like because it's his creation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dumping condensed milk all over the kitchen. Like I said, get a dog.
Get a dog, guys. Get a dog.
Get a dog, you guys.
Yeah, so it says pour into a tall glass, top with the frozen strawberries, condensed milk, and sugared jalapenos, and then add the lime slice to serve.
Okay. And FYI, my 6-month-old's waking up right now. We are this is one of those days. Does yours look like this?
Yes, because it's here. Let me show you. It looks.
Does yours look like a Banta had their way on the top of the cup?
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's
It's a Bantha, right? Yeah.
Bantha. Yep, that's right. Also.
Okay.
Yep.
Also, it's calming bug, I promise. Okay, jalapenos on the top, sugared. I'm not going to put them on Ginny's. And frozen strawberries. I'm just going to pretend like mine has frozen strawberries on it. That's Ginny's. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of a lime. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to get fancy. I cut it. I'm going to dip it in the sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sugar my lime, which you could do if you don't like jalapenos. Cut it and just put it on the edge of a glass. Why not? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? It's holidays. We don't.
It's holidays, you guys.
It's holidays.
Do what you're going to do. I'm going to blend this up. And I'm going to give it to my kid really quick. Go for it.
All right.
I'm going to try this though.
Yeah, you try it first. Let us know how it tastes. And anybody else, if you're trying it, making it right now, love to hear it.
Guys, there's so much sugar in it. But
there's so much sugar. It's a bomb of sugar.
Oh my God. FYI, the condensed milk actually gets a little frozen.
Yeah. Delicious. Delicious.
And I just got like a bite of frozen condensed milk. That's awesome.
Hey, question for you.
Yes.
From Scott.
Okay.
Scott asks, who can drink the most, Starbuck, Bo-Katan, or Katee Sackhoff? Similarly, who wins in a fight? That's 2 questions, Scott. Fine.
Starbuck drinks the most. Bo-Katan would win in a fight.
Yep.
And I would, that's like, fuck, or sorry, that's like marry, kill, fuck, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And I did say that in front of my kid, but she didn't hear me, so it's fine.
Yeah, she's gone. Okay.
I'm going to move this out of the way because I think we're on to, are we on to cooks? Are we on to the cooks?
Yeah, we are under the bakes.
All right, we're under the bakes.
Full bakes. Yep.
Good. I'm going to move this out of the way. Did anyone add liquor to theirs?
Yeah, some people said that instead of the water or what was it? One of the ingredients they added rum.
Oh,
yeah. Yep.
You guys, that's like an island treat. Jimmy Buffett would be like really happy.
Super happy.
Yeah. Is it Jimmy Buffett? Yes, it is.
Margaritaville.
It literally in my mind just had literally in my mind just went, is it what's his name? The other Warren, the money guy. It's not him.
Buffett?
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett. And then
Warren Buffett and Jimmy Buffett are not the same person.
Warren Buffett gives you like tax advice. The other one drinks with you.
R.I.P. man.
Oh, who's Jimmy Buffett? He's a musician. I think we might have some of his records on vinyl when we put our record player back together tomorrow.
Our next event will be Yacht Rock with Katee Sackhoff. We'll get into it.
Yacht Rock with Katee Sackhoff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, let's do this cookie. Let's do it. I'm going to put that away. Oh, wait, there's a note to this. It just says you can pre-use any ingredients. You could literally have gone to the store and just like bought sugar cookies, which probably would have been a better idea.
I mean,
I am eating sugar cookies. I am. Is that going to be fun? How's your drink? Do you like it? What does it taste like? Strawberry. Love it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That jalapeno is a nice little kick on top of that. I like that. All right, I'm gonna put this away.
spices it up a little bit.
I'm gonna get my area ready because we're gonna roll out our cookies, guys. Okay. Here we
You're gonna
go.
get it.
So
And
I was
also,
talking about, sorry, Charlie,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was talking about Christmas ideas. Like if you don't have gifts for people and you're still looking for stuff, I've got some last minute ideas for Christmas.
What you got?
Oh, wait, you gotta take your glasses off.
Wait, okay. Yep.
I feel like if you have a Star Wars fan in your household, you should just get them this. Yes, honey.
Do you parent?
What's up? Who's this?
Mommy.
Yeah, but who's
That's
the
mom,
character?
Mommy.
Mommy Bo-Katan. It's true.
Have
Get
you
it.
ever parented in that? Just like,
No, I haven't, but it's a really good idea, actually.
yeah, you need to go to bed now, or Bo-Katan will come find you.
So, Mommy Bo-Katan, that's a great idea. Another really good idea, you guys, these
What is
cards, these are adventure bucket list cards. This is a really
Okay.
cool thing. I got these. It's from a company named Rio.
Okay.
ReachInternationalOutfitters.com. It's super cool. I got this. This was advised to me on Instagram. What it is any state or any place, they don't have every state because they actually travel to these states themselves. I don't know these people. It's cards. So they come and you scratch them off. It tells you how much it costs, what time of day, how long it's going to take, if it's indoor or outdoors, what the activity is, and what time of year. You scratch them off. There's a barcode and it tells you about the event. There's stuff in here. I grew up in Oregon. There are things in this that I have never tried, that I didn't even know existed in Portland. If you know anyone that moved to a new place or is going to a place, this is a really cool idea.
Sorry, what were they called again? I'm going to put the name in the chat here.
They are called adventure cards, but the company is called ReachInternationalOutfitters.com. Rio is the name of the company, RIO. And I believe it's a husband and wife that have just traveled to these places. It's super cool. So that's a good one. You should try that. I believe it's only the United States right now. So if you're international, I'm sorry. I'll have some stuff for you too. All right, let's get our cookies out of the refrigerator.
Let's do it.
What's up, Bug? I've got my dough right here next to your urine in the fridge.
What? Oh,
Yeah, she had to do a urine sample. It's in our fridge.
that's okay. We've all have been there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, super sanitary, by the way.
Super good. Yeah.
Okay, so here, let's look at this. Okay, once the dough is chilled, place it on a flat surface, dusted with flour, and roll it out to be about 1/4 inch thick. Let's do that. Okay, let's dust it with flour and 1/4 inch thick. While we're doing that, why don't we answer some questions?
Let's do it. Okay. Do you have a favorite episode? This is from Melissa. Do you have a favorite episode from Mandalorian season 2 or 3 that you enjoyed? Or
I think season 2, the finale was awesome.
epic?
Season 3, oh my gosh, do you have a favorite episode, season 3, babe, of Mandalorian?
No.
No?
It's been so long. I can't. It's all a blur.
I know.
Yeah.
My dough doesn't look the way it was supposed to look, you guys. It doesn't look, it's too crumbly. I don't know what happened.
I did like watching you fight Simon.
Look at this. This is what happened to my dough.
Ooh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, for the sake of what we're doing, because this dough is not going to make it. So I'm going to individually flatten out cookies with my hands and slowly roll them out. We're not going to get Grogu's out of this, you guys. So if you're in the same boat that I'm in, we're not getting Grogu's. But what we're going to get is little discs. We're going to get little discs, and we're going to put those little discs right on our parchment paper. I think my dough needed more liquid, obviously. If we had more time, I would actually redo it, but we don't have that time. So I'm just going to do this. because why not? And answer some more questions, because that's kind of why people are here, right?
I mean, somewhat. They also like watching you struggle with baking. I think that's a big part of this.
I mean,
Wouldn't you agree?
I too. My husband enjoys this.
He's
He says
he's
it's
laughing
pretty
at you while
fun.
you, yeah.
He says
Watching you
it's pretty fun.
struggle.
She thinks it's funny.
She thinks
I
it's
have
funny.
another disc.
Another disc. Yep.
Let's put it in there. Our question.
Okay. Another one is: do you have any favorite Christmas movies?
I mean, Die Hard,
Die Hard,
Gremlins,
Gremlins.
totally Christmas movies. I also love Elf.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty amazing. If we're talking classics, we just watched Rudolph with our daughter.
Yeah.
We're going to see the play tomorrow. And it was terrifying. Did you know that Hermie actually pulls out the abominable snowman's teeth? We talked about this on, so he basically castrates the abominable snowman and like, forces him to go to work for Santa, who was also a see you next Tuesday, by the way, to Rudolph, who was just different. Santa wasn't nice. Like, what's the lesson there?
Santa.
Yeah, he's a fictional character, Charlie. I can call him whatever the heck I want.
Fictional? How dare you? They're
wait, there's a 7-year-old
North
there.
Pole, dude.
The 7-year-old is completely real. Hey, Ginny, did you ask Santa for anything for Christmas? There's some more dolls. Ginny asked Santa for dolls. Yeah.
Where is she on the superhero train? Is she super into superheroes? I saw the Batman book.
She is very into superheroes. Her favorite superhero is Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She's obsessed with Wonder Woman. You guys, if you are having better luck with your dough, this would be the point where you're actually using your cookie cutters and rolling your dough out. I, on the other hand, am going to be lucky if I get 8 discs out of this, but it's fine. It's fine. It's going to taste great.
Do you have a favorite? Also, Kathy asks, do you have a favorite Clone Wars episode? Have you spanned the whole thing? You're like, was there one that you love?
I have watched all of Clone Wars. It's been a while. I love Bo's introduction. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I actually think that as a series, I liked Rebels. I liked the end, but I think what I can say is I can tell you what my favorite season is, and it is the last season of Clone Wars.
Oh man.
In my opinion.
Amazing. Yeah.
So
Rebels was bananas
the fight
too.
with Darth Maul, the whole deal.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible.
Uh-huh.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Katie asks, toaster or clanker?
Toaster.
Toaster.
Yeah, I have the toaster. Do you guys have anyone have the Battlestar Galactica toaster?
Yeah, does it we were just talking about toaster earlier before you got on.
Yeah.
And we need one. Yeah, agreed. Specifically, I think I need to get Tanisa one is what I'm saying.
I have another disc. How many discs do you guys have?
Discs. We have like
So
space credits.
I have 6 discs. I'm going to put them in the oven because might as well. So we're going to cook these puppies for 10 to 12 minutes at 375.
Great.
And then we're going to answer more questions.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, if you want to use the Q&A box, guys, we can answer more questions. You have a question. What did you ask Santa for this Christmas?
I want like a food. What's it called, baby? The freezer, the food not dehydrator. It's a dehydrator. I want to freeze dry food.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I am like obsessed with trad wives. I will never be one, but I flippin' love like this whole movement to like, be homesteaders and shit. I'll never do it.
Listen, everyone goes agrarian. During COVID, I was growing like all sorts of stuff. I had a lettuce stand and
I think so too. Right. I mean, anytime you want to be healthier and make your family healthier, I'm on board.
Yeah, for sure.
you know.
Anthony asks, what is your favorite cocktail? It sounds like your husband used to be a bartender, so you might have gotten some pretty good drinks.
He did. You know, my favorite cocktail, what is my favorite cocktail? I like vodka sodas. I love martinis.
Love a vodka martini.
I love a dry vodka martini.
Yeah, with that just
Tiny bit of vermouth, lot of olive juice.
A little vermouth goes a long way.
Oh my God, I didn't put my timer on.
Just eyeball it like everything else.
I'm assuming it's been 2 minutes, so.
I feel like cocktails and baking, you just sort of like wing it. Like you don't really need to know timing or proportions.
The sad thing is, though, I have not been drinking. This is just me normal.
You're just joining us in spirit. It's fine.
We should probably be making our frosting, but I'm just going to continue to, if you guys want to make your frosting, you do that. I'm going to use the store-bought frosting because I want to pay attention to you guys more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of questions, by the way, about Bo and future things, and you probably can't say much, but there's a lot of people who are saying we'd love to get more Bo and Mando and the Grogu movie and all that stuff.
I would love to get more Bo too. She's like my favorite. But you never know. Phenomenal. She's alive. That's all we know.
That's all we know. That's all we know. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna go slightly controversial. Casey asks, will we see you in Trek, Starfleet Academy? Like, are you gonna cross the streams here?
You guys, I have done everything in my power to get in Star Trek. I will not give up until I'm in Star Trek. And I don't want to just like be in like one episode of Star Trek. Like, I don't want to be like, I don't want to just be a rock. Like I said, I'll be a rock in Star Wars. I'll do whatever. Right. I want to be in Star Trek. Star Trek was like my jam as a kid. Like I was more Star Trek than Star Wars as a kid. Don't tell anyone, but it's the truth. Probably because it was a weekly show and I could watch it. And Star Wars were films when I was growing up. So I like want to be in Star Trek. That would be like the perfect cherry on top of a pretty cool career. So.
A follow-up to that, Jackson asks, do you prefer working on fantasy things like Star Wars and The Flash or more grounded things like Longmire?
It's tough, like I actually find the process of both of those very similar to me. And I had this sort of like conversation with Lucy Lawless when she was on the podcast last week. She really didn't like, she made a comment that she wasn't a fan of I don't know the exact word she used, but fantasy, I think.
Yeah.
I actually, in my opinion, I find them all to be the same. I find that they're all at their heart dramas about human condition. I mean, granted, let's take some, humans, like we're using that very, very loosely because of what the worlds we're talking about. But I find them all to just be about emotional connections between people and sort of like what their goal in life is, what they want, what they're going toward. They're all very similar to me. So I find them all to be as equally joyful. That being said, I like to go to work for like Longmire and not have to put on makeup. I did Longmire with like no makeup on for, 6 seasons. It was great.
And we got questions about Longmire too. Katie asks, now that, Longmire's off of Netflix, are you open to a reunion? Like, would you be up for that?
You guys, I have been pushing for this since Rob Taylor and I have been pushing for this since it ended. Literally the week after it ended, we took a meeting with Warner Brothers and they did not want to continue it. And we were devastated. We have not stopped trying to get this to happen. For whatever reason, they don't want to do it. And it breaks our heart because not only do we love each other and we want to go back, everyone wants to go back, including the writer and the directing producer. But I don't know. It's above my pay grade, I guess.
Yeah, the business of production is a very complex thing, right? And,
yeah.
There's a lot of, the fan base is amazing. I mean, they're big hardcore fans for it. But I get it. Well, I mean, there's lots more questions too. I think, and we're kind of nearing at the end of time here, not the end of all days, but the end of this experience, this holiday experience. But is there anything else like you want to share? Anything holiday wise, or baking tips before we
You
before
know,
we
the
conclude?
crazy thing about it, Charlie, is I'm actually not a terrible baker. Like I'm actually quite a good baker. But talking and using multiple, this is my
Your brain
ADHD.
is, yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's not enough medication in the world for me to be able to multitask and actually successfully complete anything. I can multitask everything, but nothing gets done well. I need to
yeah.
focus and really put everything into it. So
Well, this has been super fun. Even if your discs can't come out brittle and sandy, we love hanging out.
I want everyone to send me their pictures of their Grogus or their angels or whatever the heck they created.
Yeah.
I want them all to please tag me on your Instagram or your social media so I can see it. I love it.
Well, thank you so much. And thanks for everyone for being here and also buying tickets because we're supporting a really important children's hospital there in Oregon. That's doing great work and vital work. So thank you so much, everybody.
You.
Thank you,
Like I said,
Katie.
people know this. Our daughter has received treatment there and at 3 different children's hospitals, and she is a minute doing awesome.
Yeah, phenomenal. Well, that's great news. And we're going to be moving on to the meet and greets here in a moment. Thank you, Tanisa. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Armand, Nat. They're just, thanks for hanging out. This has made, I feel like I was a little bit
Yeah.
grinchy this morning, and I'm like 15% less grinchy, and it'll carry on for the rest of the day. So.
I really hope that everyone has an amazing holiday season, whatever you celebrate. I think that the most important thing to remember during this time is that everyone's a little kinder, everyone's a little bit more open, everyone's a little bit more forgiving. And I think that's the reason why this is my favorite time of the year, because it was the only time of year my family didn't fight. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and so I love this time of year. And it's, I know we're talking about gifts and things to get people, but truthfully, the most important thing and the thing that most people want is time. So people want time with each other and they want to be, respected and treated with kindness.